Hi everyone, welcome to this week's episode where I'm talking about boundaries in what I call the Solar Lunar Chakra. Now, I get truckloads of downloads, and this one was downloaded where there's two chakras above us that have connected as one. That is my truth. Whether that's your truth or not, that's up to you. That's my truth. That's what I discovered by channeling information. And it's so beautiful. Now, this beautiful chakra, it actually helps us to connect to the other side, other dimensions, everything so much clearer. And I mean, it's really clear and really pure if we use that beautiful chakra, because we can go through our crown chakra and we can actually miss this chakra. And sometimes when you think about your connection, how clear is it? How pure is it? Something to think about. Now, let's think about boundaries. Again, what's your definition of boundaries? Up to you, because we're all different and we should all have our own definitions. And I do use the word should. Now, for this one, the Solar Lunar Chakra is the gateway between association and disassociation. What I mean is, and this really came through when I was learning NLP, if we are associated with something, it means we are feeling the feelings. We're everything. We're so in there. Whereas when we're disassociated, we're not actually, we might be seeing something or hearing or whatever our ability is, yet we're not associated with it. We're getting the learnings. We're not associated with it though. And that's having clear boundaries around that. Because sometimes we do need to associate with something for a short time. Most of the time, though, we need to be disassociated with it. So when we go to traveling to other dimensions, we can still get the learnings and everything. We can still discover stuff, yet not actually basically be there associated with it. And associated means, like me right now, I'm associated with my body. I'm associated with this video. I'm feeling everything. I'm hearing everything. I'm seeing everything. When you're disassociated, you're still able to observe and not take on the feelings, the emotions, etc. So have boundaries around that. If you want to do a meditation and go to a planet or something, ensure that you're disassociated. Because when you become associated with something, that's when your mental health may go down. Just think about that. Now, it's also, this solar chakra is also, it holds the why you incarnated into this body. It's got the knowledge. You don't need to go way somewhere to discover why and to discover the lessons. You can go up to this chakra and sit there and discover the why you incarnated, the lessons you needed to learn. Now, you may not discover everything because depending on where you are on your journey, you may not be able to know everything. And that could be for your own good. I don't want to know when I'm going to die. I've got a rough idea. I don't want to know because I want to live life. If I know when I'm going to die, most likely I'm going to worry about that. We're all going to die. That's just part of being a human being. I want to live life. Living life is so important. Now, the solar chakra is also the link between the physical and the non-physical. So that they think the crown chakra is, and yes, it is as well. When you're connecting, though, you want a really strong connection. When you use the crown chakra, it is a connection. It may not be as strong as it needs to be. That's why using the solar lunar chakra is really important. So as you take your energy up, you connect to the crown, and then you connect to the solar lunar, and then you go off where you need to. So that connection is really strong. It's like an unbreakable chain, and you can come back to your body. Because you may have heard of people going and not wanting to come back. And it's hard for them to come back. It's hard for whoever might be holding the circle or whatever to bring them back, because the connection to the physical is not strong enough. And it does actually happen. Now, physically, it's about taking risks. And it's also about taking risks in your business, which I'll talk about. It's taking risks physically. What do you want to do in your life? Is there risks that you want to take? And you weigh them up. So go into the Solar Lunar Chakra, sit there and actually ask, is this risk worth taking? Who knows what the risk is? That's your life, and you need to discover those. Now, it's also about integrating the cosmic energies. There are so many beautiful energies out there, and integrating them, not having them come into your body and take over, but it's about integrating different energies. Like you might go out there and you might feel the cosmic love. Bring that in and integrate it. It's even now I'm just like, oh my goodness, that's beautiful. And it's about having shifts in consciousness. When you go up there, you can discover so many things, which has a shift in your consciousness. You have awakenings. And when you have awakenings, it is so much nicer if we can have them more gentle. So go up into the Solar Lunar Chakra and ask for the awakenings to be gentle. Sometimes they do have to be firm. For me, my awakening was big. I had what's called a prophetic dream, which means I left my body and I traveled over to a friend's car. I was actually above it, and I was looking down, watching the car getting broken into and exactly what was taken. That was my awakening. Now, for a lot of people, that would have been enough to shut them down. For me, thankfully, even though I was brought up in a religion, my mind was curious. I've always had a curious mind, even growing up. And thankfully, that kicked in instead of fear. So it was still a fairly big awakening to have that happen. Yet it was good. It was a good awakening, and I'm grateful for it. Now, in business, remember I talked about risks before? It's about being willing to take risks. So what boundaries do you have around that? We can take risks in business. We need to be aware that we need to have boundaries around that, because taking a risk could simply be signing up with a coach and spending like $5,000, $10,000 with them. That is a risk, especially if your business is only bringing in little bits of money or nothing at all. That's a big risk. What are you willing to do? And you also need to decide if it's the right thing for you to do. Now, trusting yourself as a businesswoman. Trust is all through the body, and it's especially in this Solar Lunar Chakra. If you're doubting yourself, if you're finding that you're not trusting yourself, take yourself up and just sit there in that Solar Lunar Chakra and go, bring in the trust that I need as a businesswoman, and embrace that, integrate that into your body. Because that is one of the biggest boundaries to have, is trusting yourself. And regular connection to the higher self for awareness. Higher self is still you. It's you on the other side. This is your incarnation. And going through that Solar Lunar Chakra means you connect really quickly and really easily. And you can go there for answers. You might go, okay, I'm just going to go up there. What should I name my business? And this is the other thing that I really want to emphasize. Do not go onto social media and ask people, what should I name my business? What should I price it at? What should I do? What should I do? I see it so often. And that is not trusting yourself, because you know the name you want for your business. You know the pricing of things. When you go and outsource those things to other people, it is downplaying the energy of your business. You are diluting the energy of your business, and it looks at you and goes, well, what am I here for? If you're not using me, what am I here for? Because your business's energy also has these chakras. So you could take your energy out, sit in the solar lunar chakra, see the energy of your business sitting in its solar lunar chakra and having a connection of love between those two and talking. And that is where you find your answers. It's listening to your body, having boundaries around that. Now, I listen to my body 24/7, well, except for when I'm asleep. When I'm awake, I am always listening to my body because I know how profound that is. And listening to your business, having boundaries around this, because your business, if it should be resting, like you might be out, going for a walk and your business wants to talk to you, having boundaries around that, you just go, I'm out for a walk. We will talk later. Getting really clear because your business needs to know your personal boundaries as well. Isn't it just amazing? I love this. I cannot talk about the chakras enough because that is all we need. That is all we need. Now, have I done other modalities? Yes. Do I use other modalities? Yes. Because I love having a truckload of tools. Guess what I always come back to though? The chakras. Because they're within us. They are energy within us. Thank you very much for watching and listening, and I'll see you next time.